Hey everyone, Rob from Southgate Media Group here. Before we get started with this podcast, we have a quick message. If this is your first time checking out the show, we love that you found us and we really hope you enjoy it. What we have to say is for the subscribers. If you enjoy our shows, would you please donate to help keep these going? We don't want to have to put traditional ads on these shows, but this does cost money. So we really do rely heavily on donations. To make a donation to the show, please go to our website, www.southgatemediagroup.com. Go to the page for the show, and in the upper right-hand corner is a donate button. It takes you right to PayPal, and you can donate whatever amount you want. Thanks a lot for listening, everybody. And now on with the show.
Hey, Primatech peeps. Welcome back to a special edition of the Primatech Files. I'm Lil.
And I'm Ricky.
And we're debuting a new segment called Rebellion Reborn.
Something which took us about 20 minutes to come up with the name with.
And basically what we're doing in the Rebellion Reborn updates are discussing things having to do with the webisodes and all things prequel leading up to the debut of Heroes Reborn in September. So the video games, I know I'm grabbing it, and I know I'm going to grab the mobile game. I might have to go back to my Apple device just so I can stay up to date on the Heroes Reborn app, since it's an iOS exclusive. But anyway, we are going to talk about the trailer that dropped for Heroes Reborn webisode Dark Matters, and then we are going to talk about the episode that is available for public consumption now.
We're just going to do a commentary. We're just going to both watch it at the same time. We'll put the link in the description of this podcast, and you can watch along if you want, or you can just listen to us ramble for about a minute and 40, and then we'll get into the discussion afterwards. So yeah, 3, 2, 1, now. So start off with Phoebe Frady, who was played by Aisling Paul. She literally just got cast about 2 weeks ago, but they've obviously kept that quite a big secret. Yeah. And here's your generic stock footage. It's like Hero again. There's Quentin. Look at him. So yeah, it's just telling the story of what's happening, which is she discovers she has powers. She tells her brother, goes to college, and is in a brave new world. Her powers are obviously her being able just to steal light, and we later learn in the episode what the rest of her powers are. Obviously something really big happens which kind of sets her and her brother apart. You've got this Evo kind of testing site at the airport, which I think is going to be to do with that Renatus. Yes, there was someone flying. That's obviously her roommate. She's gone missing, and Quentin is trying to find her. Oh, there was a quick snippet of the 4th of July. There was a car window with something exploding, so that might be the old Odessa, I think, anyway. Yeah.
That was a good trailer. Lots of snippets to fan wank and theorycraft about.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they give you just enough to kind of intrigue you. I think if they just dropped this on the app first and left it a week and then shown the first episode, I think it would have led to more want and need for the episode. But to be fair, after watching that episode, it's really good.
It is. I mean, you can't just really drop an app with nothing in it either.
I suppose, but they've got all the speed binging stuff, so yeah, that's what they're trying to get people to do, speed binge and just watch by character. Just see their whole story throughout the thing. It's really weird because they've got like Kato on it, and he's obviously only in it for a couple of episodes. But I really like the use of the technology that they've started to bring into it, or at least that they're showing, at least in the trailer. And it seems that people are being registered with that they have powers, and they got nice little snippets to like the hero's truther stuff with the girl flying. Oh, not the girl flying. The guy whose 4th of July fails and blows off his hand, and the ending just makes her seem a little bit more sinister. I think the name Dark Matters kind of means something. It's that kind of hero's punny that they're going for, because obviously her powers are to.
It's also kind of weird though because there's an actual show on Sci-Fi that has that name, right?
Yeah,
So I'm just like, ooh, bad branding.
yeah, but it's exactly the same with the name Heroes Reborn, I think.
Well, that's a Marvel shout out too, though. So, and they're obsessed with their Marvel stuff. So.
Exactly. We might as well just go straight onto the old first episode. So we're going to watch the first episode, which I believe is called The Message or just Message. 3, 2, 1, play. So this is obviously like a YouTube style clip where you can click, like, go to the video that you're watching, and obviously in the right hand corner is the April Clifton Heroes Truther video, and we cut straight to Mr. Hero Truther himself and generic stock footage of people walking.
Do you think the numbers mean anything, or is it just a quote unquote?
I think it's
cool
just
effect?
a cool, quote unquote cool effect.
It'd be cool if they actually meant something.
I'm sure people read into it. And here we go back to the beginning.
Brave
Yes. Obviously, this Claire saying, "My name is Claire Bennett. This is attempt number, I forgot how, whatever number," had a resonating effect on the rest of the world, because we obviously see in the rest of the episode that more and more people say it, starting here with Guitar Man. Do you reckon that these are? Do you reckon these are all the videos that people sent in for submissions?
It would seem like it, but I don't know. You were saying it would seem
Yeah.
too clean, but there's filters for
I
that.
suppose. But this one,
It would be cool.
this one obviously isn't, with the girl flying. Here we go, little female Nathan Petrelli.
This is like Chronicle all the way
Yeah.
right here.
And this is a nice little, not, I wouldn't say a shout out, but like this is a kind of foreshadowing with the girl collapsing, because obviously not the same thing, but something similar is going to happen in the episode. But let's all just talk about who Hero Truther is. I think it's fairly obvious that we can all say that he is Micah.
It's Micah
Yeah.
Sanders.
Also, we were talking about how the propaganda videos are coming out through the media, and once again, we are looking at the testings of specials, which is obviously another homeland kind of thing, which I've experienced a lot when I go to America, just the intense questions. But yeah.
Are you serious? Heathrow is the worst airport on the planet.
But yeah, here he is, old Micah, with loads of. Oh, he's obviously his powers have grown as he's grown up and bulked out.
Well, I think they're more tied to the emotions now, probably. Because remember Tracy, like what was happening with her? I think they wanted to explore that more, and we see that kind of.
So here we are meeting our protagonist from 2 years ago. So this is obviously 3 years from the beginning of the show, because I believe, because it's, oh no, maybe it's 2 years, but either way, here he is, Big Henry Zabrowski, or Quentin Frady, doing what he does best, being the big man child he is. He's exactly what I would do. I would just be playing computer games all the time and being annoyed with my sister for making me have to do stuff. Yes. It's like, oh, you want me to record you with your shadow? Okay. Yeah, I think he comes across really quite well in this episode, this webisode, because he kind of reminds me of, like, he's kind of the slacker generation that we have now, but yeah, quick with a snarky remark. But yeah, here it is, the reveal of her power, that at the moment she can control her shadow. And you made a really good.
Who even notices stuff like that?
You made a really good point earlier about who they should have given this power to.
Yeah, they should have gave it to Robbie K since he played Peter Pan.
Exactly. But no, I think this is a fairly good power for the webisodes anyway, because at the moment it seems really quite low and not that threatening, but obviously it's going to get more and more powerful. And I love the fact that he accepts her straight away, which I think is a kind of callback to the girl flying and the guy and the person recording it fainting. But they give us enough information here. You know, she's only living with her brother, and their mothers died.
Her mom.
Obviously, the mother meant a lot to both of them, and
You think she was an Evo the way they talk about
yeah.
it?
But then you don't know whether or not Henry Zabrowski is going to have a power as well. I don't think he is. I think he's going to be,
Yeah, we need an
yeah,
every man with no powers. It makes it a little more powerful if he doesn't have a
yeah,
power. And he's trying to avenge his sister or get to the truth of
exactly,
it.
yeah,
This is the HRG 2.0 relationship for
definitely,
sure.
yeah. But with hopefully someone who isn't as annoying, um, the Claire Petrelli that is. But no, I at the moment I really like the sister Phoebe Frady. Do you reckon they're going to call him Frady Cat? I think that's gonna he's going to be teased and be called Frady Cat. But yes.
Dude, that's going to be Twitter. That's Twitter all the way.
Okay, so they're giving us next week. So
Which is like
yeah,
next month,
she's getting a
honestly.
decent camera so that they can carry on filming these webisodes. um,
I mean, that was a nice
I know,
camera,
right?
too.
They have a nice little shout out to the Brave New World. Um, and they're showing more that her powers are obviously growing at the moment with her being able,
I think she's being seduced by her
yeah,
power. Look at her. She's
yeah.
giddy.
And it's leading to a break in the relationship. Yeah.
Consequence.
Once again, they're showing that she's obviously getting registered and discrimination is happening because she. But
We hire
exactly.
humans.
There was the guy in the background, the black guy in the background,
The
who
black
I think's
guy.
from
Yeah.
the Heroes. Where are the Heroes trailer?
Oh, there was
Yeah,
a solar eclipse.
that girl who had her palm out. Yeah.
Summit, June
So
13th.
I think, yeah,
And there's another glimpse of that evil looking, that sinister looking
exactly.
power.
So yeah.
Do you think she's silent? Do you think she's a silent
No,
2.0?
no, she's gonna die. It's obvious she's gonna
And
die.
stay dead?
No, I think if you watch in the next week on, you see that someone's been kept in a room, and I think it's her. So obviously Renatus, or I think Renatus is going to be the company 2.0, but they're not going to be called the company. They're just going to be called Renatus or the conglomerate or the corporation, something along those lines. And it makes sense that Renatus would be some kind of bad guys because you know they're registering all these people, so they've got a database, they've got a Molly Walker system, essentially, don't they? What did you think of the trailer of the episode? Even sorry,
Oh, the episode was amazing. It's like, oh man, it was. I mean, it's high definition. It's shot so well. The cinematography on this webisode, like, oh my god, it's
yeah,
insane. Like, it's not cheap and low budget at
yeah,
all.
and it's got like a really like for something so short, it's what only about let's say about 4 minutes long.
Okay,
Yeah,
listen.
it's very well paced, and it tells you exactly what you need to know about this new world that they're kind of living in at the moment. You know that there's this conspiracy, not conspiracy theorist, but there's this guy online who's kind of speaking to other specials because that's what it is at the beginning, isn't it? It's her watching Hero Truther talk about powers and being like the specials or the Evos being held down or having their civil liberties take away, and that's what starts her on her kind of journey to revealing her power to her brother, which is obviously a big step for her because it's you can obviously compare it to someone coming out.
If it is Micah, I mean, I always would have thought that all the things that Micah went through because he was special would like turn him into the bad guy, but he seems like he's still the good guy, and for right now, and I kind of
Yeah,
enjoy that.
he's what did you say before? He's kind of turned into the angry black man, but he's still kind of doing good
Yeah,
with it because he's not directing it out at the world in such a bad way. He's trying to lead a call to arms or what people might call a rebellion. There's a slight wink, but yeah. If Hero's Truther turns out not to be Micah, then we're gonna have to change the name of this little segment to something else. But I know if we really like this name, especially with the tagline we've got to take us out.
looking forward to next week. I totally thought like for the little bit that we saw, they had great
Yes,
chemistry.
they are really good together. They seem like a proper little brother and sister. It's not like something like it's not like you can't.
It's not like Nathan
Yeah,
and Peter. I'll just say it. Like I never really for the longest time ever bought them as
Yeah.
brothers because Nathan was just a total
Yeah,
goof.
they have like a really good relationship because obviously you can see that they've got this bond of their mother dying, and they've pulled together because of it. And I think even just by the fact that he accepts her straight away, and he doesn't even say like anything bad, the first thing that comes out of his mind, first thing that comes out of his mouth is my sister's an Evo. That's so cool. He's completely accepting of her, and obviously that's going to be his arc. Whatever happens, like like my conspiracy theory or my theory crafting is that something happens to her. She either dies or gets kidnapped, and he has to try and find her or try and figure out what happened to her, and that's what leads him to HRG. So I'm hoping that he has the kind of hero arc, and by hero I mean hero Nakamura arc, that he starts off as like a big kid or man-child, as we've called him already, and he just not becomes badass, but he just kind of grows up as he goes through the however many webisodes and however many episodes he's in. But I think that they're starting him off to be really lovable, and I don't think that's a good thing, because I don't think they're going to have any troubles in killing off people in Heroes Reborn, because it's only 13 episodes. So yeah.
But at the same time, it's also open for other opportunities. And now that we definitely have Masi on board, and he would probably love to come back. Like, as long as Hiro Nakamura lives, he can go back and fix it if he really wants to.
Exactly, yeah. Well, even if
nobody's ever really dead in Heroes.
To be fair, even if he dies, they could just bring him back as Hero from not a different timeline, but from a different point in his life to come back into it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Off to a good start. It's got me pumped for Heroes Reborn for sure. Like, at first I was like, I don't know about Heroes Reborn, man. This news I'm hearing, I don't know if I'm be able to relate hook, line, and sinker so far.
Yeah, they've given it a proper. What did we compare it to? We compared it to like the X-Men in the kind of 60s kind of vibe about it.
Yeah, the early 60s X-Men with the registration and the civil liberties. And I think that it's kind of actually really edgy with what's going on, specifically in America right now.
But they always did that with Heroes, especially the first season. Like, it was really edgy. But I think also they're kind of getting it at a good time with all the Marvel movies coming out at the moment, and here, like, superheroes are a big thing. And what's coming out next year? Civil War. That's what they're basically doing. Civil War before Civil War comes out. So yeah, they're trying to get in there.
Oh, I was going to say, so that about does it on our thoughts for this webisode.
So I will just say, if you guys want to email us your thoughts on the webisode, or just theory crafting of what you think is going to happen, or how excited you are for the rest of these webisodes, these little prequels before Heroes Reborn, just email us at primatechfiles@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Stitcher and iTunes. Just search Primatech Files, or bookmark Libsyn, primatechfiles.libsyn.com. Fave Southgate Media Group on SoundCloud. Those are all the ways you can listen to our podcast. And you can also check us out on our social media. Just search Primatech Files in Tumblr, Facebook, Clamour, and YouTube. And remember, guys, the rebellion lives on.